Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, beautiful light warriors. Are you still standing? Old souls and evolving beings? Well, I just keep pushing the boundaries. And if I haven't set you over the edge, this one probably will. But I'm going to go there because there are so many self deceptions and lies out there that we convince ourselves that we're doing things and it's not for the right reason. One of the things many people play into is people pleasing. And people pleasing is actually one of the most damaging things you can do for your soul. Because what it says is, I don't value myself enough. I don't value my soul or my needs enough to take care of myself first before I go out and take care of others. I'm the yes person. Everybody comes to me and I just say, yes, 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 yes. I do all the events. I overextenuate myself. My calendar is always busy. Yes, I mean, I'm taking care of my parents and my children and family members, and I'm volunteering at the church socials, and I'm doing everything, and I'm getting a degree, and I'm doing all of these things. Well, doing all of these things is an indication that you have not settled in your heart. You have not become strong enough from within to hold your own light and your own energy, that the actions you are going out and doing are feeding you and giving you attention because something in you is lacking. It reminds me of things that happen on Facebook, which is why I will not do Facebook. And I'm having a hard time even doing any social media because I just simply will not play in some of those arenas. But whether it's Facebook or what about those yearly quote Christmas letters? Where people are like, this is what I did all year. Wow, look at me. I've got all these kids. I'm working for the church. I did this. Wow, so and so now has their master's. Now they have their doctorate. Oh boy, they're CEO of such and such company. Well, if you read my list, it would be like, okay, not exactly, but so I walked away from the houses. My money was stolen. I've been through every physical illness. I was isolated for a period of time. You name it. This is what light warriors are currently going through. You are going to be having some very, very hard knocks. Those hard knocks are there to wake you up and not just try to phase over or fake it into convincing yourself by doing all of these external things you are a good person. People pleasing and convincing yourself that you are a good person by the acts, the deeds that you do, those are lies. Those are self deceptions. Those are things that keep you in a lower vibration. Those you were trained to do by the matrix. If you are trying to please others, to appease others, if you are going with the masses without learning things yourself, researching, diving in, reading, going on the internet and doing searches, now that the internet has opened up, if you are not doing that, you are not taking responsibility for yourself and you are not taking responsibility for your own energy. You are allowing yourself to put all your energy out, and whoever picks it up and gives you a thanks or pays some attention to you is feeding your ego. If your ego is being fed, then you have not moved into a state of self-awareness, a state of going within, a state of working through feeling strong enough within yourself to say no to whatever anyone wants to push on you. This is so hard to learn because the longer we have been on this planet, the older we are. We came in having to please the spouse. We pleased other because we got those degrees. Some of us did it because we wanted to work our way through. But the bottom line is that we have been programmed to appease and please others. Because if we learned to go within and to please our soul, to make our heart happy, to live out of compassion, we would need the systems. We would need the lies. We would need the politics. We would need saving because we would be so whole within ourselves that the people we drew towards us would be whole people. And our relationships would totally change because we would be giving from compassion and love, true desire to help, and not from a need to be fulfilled from something outside of yourself. I was out a few months ago and bumped into a couple who happened to recognize me from past work. When I was a ghostwriter and did work in a certain area. I won't say too much. But let's say people love to have a conversation with you when they know that you're connected to somebody or that you're seen or you're like a celebrity. And of course, then they want to hear everything you have to say. But the minute you start hitting what truths are that are too close to home, they cut you off. You can see it. It's like this wall immediately goes up. And what happened was in that conversation, they asked me directly what some of my material was about. And of course, because I am a starseed and because I understand how DNA works, I also understand that the things that we put into our body affect all of us. And with the events that happened in 2019, 2020, they're lying to me when I asked, why is it that you decided to put, and I listed about 15 or 20 of the chemicals into your body? And the lady said, well, I did it for my grandbaby. I had to go hug my grandbaby. I wanted to be around them. I didn't argue. I said, I completely understand. I saw the wall go up. The energy instantly changed. I wished them well, and I walked away. But the fact is, I did it for my grandbaby is a lie. It is a self-deception. What you are telling yourself is that a group of people, supposedly professionals, told me that I should put this in my body so that then I can go out and be safe to other people around me. Did you pull out the insert? Did you look at what's in there? Did you actually do your research? Or did you just go to the doctor, the pediatrician, the individual that you've had for all of these years, who was trained by a different system, who gave you a hug and said, well, I'm doing it for my children. You know, if you want to see the kids, you have to do this. Well, did you? You were thinking about wanting to go get that hug and see that child. I get that totally. But did you think for once that if that was being put into you, what is being put into the child? What is happening to the DNA strands, to the children? Think about it. There's a video that I put about radio shows I did starting in 2010 in reference to DNA strands and to the new babies being born who have triple helix and above. They are being born with their memories. We have to start paying attention. And paying attention means that you have to save yourself first. Now, I am not going to condemn anyone for decisions they made in the past. The past is done. It's over. But here's the thing. When you decided to do that, or a booster, or whatever else, what happens is you made a choice point decision. Yes, there are people who made that decision because, in a sense, they did it from compassion. Now, a light worker can see right through this instantly. They can tell automatically when a person is lying to themselves, when the energy is off, and the true motivation behind why an individual acts the way that they are acting. It is the compassionate-hearted individuals who will move into the higher dimensions no matter what they've done. Let me give you an example. When my mother had cancer and was dying of cancer, she made me wear one of those blue masks because they were trained that if your immune system is down, you should wear a mask. I knew the damage those blue masks could make because they have fibers in them. Those fibers should never go into your lungs. They should not be next to your face. You should not be breathing through anything. But for the period of time that my mother was ill until she died, I wore that. And I wore it for her, knowing the consequences that I was putting my physical body through. And I decided at that time that for her and for the period of time I was going to subject myself to it, and so much more, I was willing to temporarily, yes, sacrifice myself for her. But those were conscious decisions that I made, knowing the consequences of what I was putting myself through. And in the meantime, I was boosting myself in healthy ways all the way around me just to get through that period of time. So if we continue to lie to ourselves about why we are taking certain actions, we can just move and enjoy the matrix. Finish out our lives there because that's a conscious decision. But if you have come far enough along to actually make it this far in the video, something in you feels or knows that something you received was not for your highest and best. And you will start to agree to say no. You will say no to people pleasing. You will say no to just going along with the masses. You will start to go within. And the beauty is, with all the new energies coming in, healing modalities, healing energy, pure compassion, and true love in your actions, kindness, getting to the point where you can heal yourself and become strong after taking whatever time it is that you need to do that, will pull sources, individuals, people, and healing to you so that you realize why you made the choice point that you did. You can feel true empathy towards yourself and self-love, you can begin to forgive yourself and even go so far as to forgive those perpetrators. Understanding that a part of you just willingly went with the group. But we are not in a time any longer of just going with the group. These new energies coming in are creating a new earth with higher dimensional vibrations. And you only see 1% of the true multi-dimensional being that you are. So while you are here on this planet, you want to step into your strength, into your heart, into your core, and protect your vessel. You are not trained to do that, perhaps, but it is time to now pay attention to your beautiful vessel and start to make friends with it, because just a little bit of compassion, just a bit of love to that vessel, and that vessel will start giving you self-healing you have never known or seen before. I know this is heavy material. I know the percentage of people who walked into professionals' offices and simply complied. This is not the time to continue to do this to yourself anymore. We must step up, take personal responsibilities for ourselves, give ourselves the love, please ourselves, and again, not narcissistically, but true compassion and kindness. Take the time to heal. Take the time to go to source within. Because when you do, you automatically clear out what no longer serves you. And if that's people around you, it's okay. If it's broken systems around you, even better. If you stop listening to the mainstream, wonderful. You were brought here to co-create, to love, to laugh, to have joy, and in a safe environment, go hug everybody. But you can only do that, like I said in my video about saving yourself first, the lifeguard one. You can only do that if you're not drowning. And if you're not in the rear view mirror mentality, another video I did. So pushing the boundaries again, I really do send you so much love. And I am putting together 10 acts that prove that you really are interested in saving yourself first so that you can grow and heal and then work to save others. I'm wishing you an absolutely wonderful day. Now go play. You did your work. You will start to research and take personal responsibility. You will start to pay attention to the words coming out of your mouth that are actually simply self-deceptions, lying to yourself. I have total compassion as to why you did what you did. But it is no longer time to hold on to matrix lies if you choose to rise above. Have a wonderful day. Love you.